How can we make bears more terrifying? How about mutating them, making them stronger, more durable, and harder to look at? I'm Mark from Digital Dissection, and today we're exploring the lore of Fallout's Yao Guai, the bear that survived the Great War. Fallout likes to throw a lot of mutated creatures at us, but initially, the Yao Guai wasn't actually part of the franchise. The descendant of the American black bear first arrived in Fallout 3, and managed to gain influence within several regions aligned with the Bethesda era of Fallout games. The official state bear of West Virginia made sense to end up near and in the Capital Wasteland, but they are most prevalent amongst the lesser populated areas outside the DC metro. What makes less sense, however, would be its appearances within the greater New Vegas area, specifically Zion Canyon. Willing to attack seemingly everything, Yao Guai won't back down from a challenge regardless of size. As they've fought Deathclaw, Brotherhood of Steel Knights, and anything making the mistake of getting in its way. Amongst themselves, however, Yao Guai have been witnessed showing far less temperamental behavior, and this even extends into the ability for settlers to eventually tame and keep them domestically. What may make less sense is how they've earned their names in the first place, as Fallout lore gets a bit spotty in providing an explanation. Before the Great War, China and the United States fought for close to 11 years, from 2066 to 2077. As China annexed Alaska over worldwide oil shortages, the war led to widespread paranoia over Chinese-born citizens within the US, and internment camps formed across several areas of the country. From these camps, the name Yao Guai began being used to describe the black bear, as it was witnessed by many of the prisoners. Yao Guai, of course, is a Chinese term for monster, or a strange creature, which lends itself a separate conversation entirely. Intern camps and their usage across the United States isn't entirely known in terms of scope, but the survivors of these camps were attributed as the source of the naming convention within Fallout 4's loading screens. What's worth expanding further on is what exactly the intern camp survivors saw, as Yao Guai aren't the result of government or privately funded experimentation, as far as we know within the Fallout universe. Connections can be made to pollution being a possible influence for their mutation, as Poseidon Energy and General Atomics are widely blamed for mutations causing the Mirelurk family of creatures. Due to the far more regional locations of black bears, it's hard to pinpoint exactly when the species began its mutation or why, but it appears to be at least a pre-war development in theory, escalating after the bombs fell and leading to the populations that would continue to diversify. While black bear were already known for their sharp claws and ferocity, something harder to forecast was its adaptability to the post-apocalyptic world. Yao Guai retained their ability to be omnivores, surviving on both plant and animal life, but they'd shown an incredible level of diversification from here. This extends to variants that experience albinism, various skin conditions, and what appears like mange created by mite infections. They've also shown stunted variants that have shorter, unique limbs, leading to mobility issues. Yao Guai, in comparison to other creatures in Fallout, showed developments similar to humans in terms of radiation exposure. This encompasses irradiated subtypes and glowing Yao Guai, much like humans undergoing ghoulification, with a few examples of ghoulified Yao Guai, like Ruska of Fallout 3's Point Lookout, and more enemy types within Fallout 4's Far Harbor and Fallout 76. It's unknown how long a Yao Guai ghoul can survive, but the previously mentioned Ruska is well over 200 years old, matching the longevity of human ghouls who were alive before the apocalypse, proving that the effects of ghoulification might lead to different appearances across species, but similar impacts to healing and age expectancy. Regardless of which you might encounter, Yao Guai don't appear to be going away anytime soon, as their ability to reproduce is the same as their pre-war existence. It would also seem that the species continues to expand its reach, evidenced by one encounter during Amazon Prime's first season in Southern California. What the real question ends up being is if the two-headed one on the new California Republic's flag is just an art choice or something bigger to fear. And with that, we hope you enjoyed this closer look at the lore of Fallout's Yao Guai. Stay tuned for more Fallout stories on this channel, and if there's specific lore you'd like to see, let us know in the comments. And until next time, pop culture nerds, keep on dissecting.